There we go.
Okay.
Don't let that go. Actually, no, it's my you're done stick. See? You're done. After that. He's over there. I know they have a meeting at 1. So I think he's still over playing with fences.
Yep. Maybe I was right in the neck. That's about where it looks like.
So whenever you do a tournament,
That's good calibration. I'm good.
Included.
Warm up, buddy?
Yep.
Monster?
Yeah.
I'm Monster. Hi, nice to meet you. Darren Hell, local guy? Awesome. Cool. I came out of there like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Cool. I have one tip. Just move like half speed just to kind of loosen up a bit. Is that good?
Those are best.
Word of warning, I've never fought with
Okay. You're the one that mentioned. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you've never used it, period?
I've never fought two-handed. I have obviously fought left-handed.
Okay. Cool. All right. So
dang.
just remember, safety's the most important thing.
A double rim that's like a
Don't put yourself in a position to hurt yourself, or please don't hurt yourself. Cool. All right, let's do a little half speed. So you,
once it goes half that, get somebody way too
Yeah. Oh. All right. You gonna play a little while we're waiting? Sure. Half speed, full speed, what do you want?
All right. I warmed up. Day like today, that's very important.
Likewise.
Day like today is very
You have
important.
3, my friend.
Also, that's the first time I fought greatsword in like over a year.
forget about this. Too.
You wanted to hear something.
It's been quite a while. Usually fight full on.
Your mom should there be anything specific I'm looking for?
Again, the obvious, if they're going towards the rope, hold the hold. Gene armor, hold the hold.
I want to ensure it shouldn't.
In honesty, you shouldn't have to get too involved. With most of them, other than starting them off lay on kind of thing. But if for some reason you see somebody just like plugging a crap out,
Remember to swing with that left arm.
you want to call hold. Have a conversation with the duo and figure out how they feel about the current level of intensity. I do not see how doing it, but I didn't see it.
Striking at the bar right now? Yeah.
Yeah, I will take that. Yeah.
Good.
How's the arm feeling? Okay. Yeah, loosen up a bit. Yeah. So, yeah, there were just a couple instances in there where, like, you had a good block on me, and my entire socket. Good. Double.
Don't do it again.
Yep. A little like, okay, I agree with that. So, that's one.
That's one win.
Yep.
Good round.
Like, yep, I agree. Good. That's two. Nice job.
Next up, Frederick and Erlinger. Guard. Down.
Yep. Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Sorry if that was a bit stout.
I think you more caught the rim.
Gotcha.
Put it up.
Not so much there to stop a fight.
You good?
There to keep them
Good.
Frederick with the win.
As a marshal who's been hit several times, you don't want that.
I can agree with that. Getting hit in armor sucks enough.
Yeah, no, I took a shot.
All
It was a
right.
4-4
Ethan and Andreas.
list, and the guy wasn't paying attention.
Nine.
I got 2.
I have 2. On your guard. Leo.
That was your own stick.
Yep. Good.
That was 1.
One. Reform. On your guard. Leon. Good.
Was that on your hip?
It was below the head.
Okay.
Good. Sorry.
That's all good.
Alrighty. 2 for you. Yep. Alright, Archer. Archer.
Hot, sir.
Answer.
Otter? Hot, sir. Hot, sir. Hot, sir.
Alright. And Erlinger. Right.
Good one, Mike.
Just the one.
On your guards. Leo.
Oh, oh.
Right.
Oh, locked up. That'll be all right. Come on. Here.
Come on, let's break his thumb.
Gotcha.
There it is. Way to solve it. Take it off and break it.
I'm taking my thumb also bent back.
Yep.
Just be glad it's the armor one, not the real one.
Thumb's okay, just the armor? Yeah, it's just the armor. Got caught. Yeah, it hooked onto the...
On your guard. Leo.
Oh, yeah, good side.
Flat. His
Flat?
shot to it was flat.
It was flat. Thank you. Yeah, or dragged it one or the other.
Well spotted.
Okay.
Yep. guard. Down.
Yeah.
Is that there or there? Shoulder. Shoulder, flat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Alrighty. Next up, Ethan Frederick.
Two thrusting hooks. Yeah.
Also, the dodges are just not working.
On your guard. Down.
Hey. Let's get fast.
Don't spend enough time with my long weapon.
Ready?
So much shields.
Guard.
Or buckler.
Down.
I haven't thought great sword in well over a year, so.
I've done like, well, we did a,
Are you sure about that?
Ethan, that was really
That was the edge of my range. That was probably, like, it didn't feel good on me. Let's refight. Flat.
What is going for the leg?
Alrighty, next up, let's go with
What's our range, Mark?
Andreas in Erlington. Erlington. Sorry.
Can you read
Earl. Earl. Because Earl's got it.
Just got the one.
yeah.
Alright, gentlemen. On your guard. Well.
Stay outside of my lane or inside of your because the middle ground, I can hit you and do nothing. So stay outside of my range until you decide to get into this. When you decide.
It felt like yours kind of skipped.
What, the one on the leg?
No, the one up here. The one on the leg was a little
Oh, you're in for your head.
No.
I would say his head stop.
I wasn't gonna be mean.
Ooh, thank God he did that. That's gonna suck. Alright, on your guard. Hell.
But yeah, that leg could have had more.
Yeah, but it was one hand. So.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to get out there. Yep. Took a second to register to the foot leg.
It always does.
I was trying to like, no, get those in there, No.
All good? Everyone happy? Alright.
He beat me to the race.
Alright, who does next?
Do more great sword.
Hot sir.
It's been too long.
Great sword is best sword. That's okay. I appreciate it.
I'm a fighter. I'm a fencer. I'm a service person. I am not a hero.
Hello. How are you? Doing well. This is my friend Jasper. He has never done anything SCA before, and he is interested to learn. Few things. Can I borrow you a second?
About a half second. What's up?
This is my friend Jasper. He's in the Mugmort region, but he's never been to SCA before.
Okay. Just awesome. Nice to meet you.
So my daughter's actually in Glen now, and I was at Gatineau many years ago. So there was many an event when we went up to Camp Wendown.
Yeah, really.
So yeah.
This is just I'm just big for
So right now what we're doing is so the one fighting with 2 weapons authorized, and they're just starting to go into the advanced fighting where we're using advanced weapons, so we're using all the larger weapons and doing a tournament. So right now we're running a round robin tournament because there's 5 people, so everybody gets 4 fights, and so you score a point for a win, 0 for a loss, and then it'll be whoever's got the highest score at the end of those.
With Frederick versus
Pretty
Andreas.
easy and straightforward. In heavy fighting, we target knees up and wrists up. So we try not to hit the hands. We hit them all the time blocking. And we try not to hit below the knees, but we get hit in the shins every so often. And but then everything else is a legal target. We try to hit with a calibration where we think in the vision we should all be in like 10th or 11th century. So think the early Crusades. So we're all in heavy chainmail with a helmet and an open face. So even though we don't have that on out there, that's what we're thinking of for calibration. So if we think a good shot would have gone through, we take it. It's also why certain weapons work certain ways. A single-handed weapon, I can hit you anywhere other than the torso and the head, and you just lose the limb. If I hit you in the body or the head,
a lot of
you're
just
dead.
like posing threats.
If I hit you with a great weapon or a mace, if I hit you in the shoulder or the hip, you're dead.
Interesting.
Because the mass weapon through chainmail would have crushed everything.
What's your party?
So it takes into account that. Face thrust, because it was an open face helmet, do not have to be at the same calibration for your body. So a face thrust, I can literally just give you good positive force on your helmet, a little beep, and it's good. As opposed to going bang and then knee on the body.
Yeah.
So and a lot of us have known that. A lot of us have worked with that. And then you can hear the fighters talking back and forth. Was it good? Was it not? Was it flat? Did it not feel right? You'll hear someone say it glanced because it would come up off the helmet. Marshals are out there to keep everybody safe. And that's pretty much how this goes. As we get in, I'm going to be teaching a class after we get done with this. It's going to be on. I got them. I'm good. Thank you. You're tied up.
Yep.
No grappling, young man. Come on.
And you see how careful though. This is an incredibly I have yet to find anything that was unchivalrous or ungentlemanly. There's lots of open communication. If people think they got hit, then they'll say, "How did that feel to you?"
I mean, about the only time that anything ever gets really questioned is when you start getting in melees. You'll be in a line with guys, and sometimes you'll feel something hit you, but you don't know if it's the guy behind you throwing that way, or if it's somebody trying to kill you.
Yeah. Or
Center
maybe it was combat archery or combat archer with like a crossbow that was just really close. Could also be that. Or it could be a different kingdom because they had different calibrations.
Yeah.
It's getting better. We're all coming back to society standard.
Yeah, last Penzic, there was a during the field battle, in the town battle. I was in a sectional line where we were just directly across from Atlantean. And I'm like, you hear so much about it. I'm like, man, this is some of the best fighting I had the whole war.
If you can come up to their calibration, they are pretty stout fighters, but they're good.
They also weren't hitting that hard either. It was just normal for mid-realm effectively.
Nice.
Which mid-realm is one of the heavier kingdoms.
I keep hearing the opposite, actually.
Go out west, and there's places out west where they won't even shoot your arm in a melee. Like if you're out defending like this, they won't shoot your arm because they're like, yeah, it's not chivalrous. We don't take arms. That's not fair. Because that's how they want to fight. They don't want to fight that. They fight a lot of old castles. So they've got a bunch of guys who fight like this.
Ah, yes, good, good.
So there's regional differences, but usually that's kind of leveled out at war. People kind of come into a common ground. But we'll go to places where calibrations are completely different. Like East Kingdom calibration is completely different than Eldamir. But if you cross the borders,
I think I'm up next.
If you cross the borders, you have to kind of know and engage that.
Which part of why it's important to have authorizations.
Yeah.
You're authorized, you know, to have a, you know, an official, yes, he's safe, I can show up to a place.
So to do an authorization, it's usually 2 or 3 marshals will get together, and it's usually one of the marshals is your opponent. So you usually try to pick somebody who's a marshal or a
Can I bring you a water bottle?
the opponent in the authorization.
Alrighty.
And then you'll have 2 marshals watching. And the first authorization is literally your primary authorization is really about, do you have the bare minimum of skill? Are you safe to yourself? Are you safe to others? Do you understand the rules? If you can hit all 4 of those checkboxes, you're good to join us to play. When you get into the upper level ones, it is, are they competent? Are they safe? And then we move them on. You don't need to be a god to fight. If you come, you know, and so that's how it is. So there's a lot of times where we'll even to this day I'll talk to some of the other fighters and ask them how they were doing that, how they were doing this. And there's a lot of times where you'll see some fighters that do this for one reason or the other, and they come and go quickly. This is going to be my 36th year of fighting.
Ow. Awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
But I'm not a big journey guy. I fight a lot of melee. I do a lot of command and control. I do a lot of Can I do this? Yeah. Do I enjoy it as much? Not really. Would I happily come out for a day and instead of joining the tournament, sit here and authorize guys all day long? Yeah. I wish I brought my
As like an aside, like I have found like one of the central cores of the entire SCA is service. It's acting with honor. It is
surreal and epic.
yeah, we aren't limited to Europe.
There's Sir Ish who does South American.
There's no
He's
tournament.
in a Jaguar.
You guys are
Double
sharing.
kill, he gets to keep the
He
prize.
fights.
I know that my friend here
Well, then you
is
can have
starting
it
to
if
get
I
a bit
win.
more pressed for time.
But yeah, nice talking to you. Please come back.
I will. Don't you worry.
Have you seen everything from Armored that you're... Okay.
This is going to be the finals because they tied in points.
This is my favorite part.
So right now, one is fighting with a version of a pole arm. They both have spikes on each end. One of them is fighting with what would be a hand and a half or a great sword, and he's got a spike on both ends. So he's got the green tape on there because he's got a thrusting tip at the front for the point, and then he's got green tape down here, which would be the palm.
All guard. Lay on.
So, a question I had a while ago was, in like,
Yeah.
I used to always call them actual for real kingdoms. Did they just have dull blades?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, or they would use wasters, so they would use a wooden replica.
oh, okay. So I was curious
Winner
about
of
that
the
when they would have
advanced
stuff.
And
weapons
like the
tournament,
lances, they went for
Sergeant
breaking of
Friedrich.
lances rather than killing